Any day that you get to play with a Technics SL model turntable is a pretty good day. And today is a great day because we arguably have the greatest SL turntable ever made in the SL-1210GAE 55th Anniversary Limited Edition model. So let's get into it. Now, Technics' line of SL branded turntables has been with us for some time, dating all the way back to 1972, which is when the first one was released. And the line was in constant production for about 40 years until 2010, when it was temporarily discontinued. Thankfully, Technics brought the line back in 2016, and to celebrate the 55th anniversary of the SL series, they have decided to make the SL-1210GAE Limited Edition here. And when I say limited, I mean limited, but each one is being produced out of Japan by hand and come complete with a limited edition serial number, which is kind of cool. Now, what sets the GAE apart from its other SL brothers in the looks department is the fact that it is entirely black. I'm talking from the aluminum top plate all the way down to its composite undercarriage. Everything about the 1210GAE is murdered out, and this is one of the things that sets it apart. But it's not all black on black. There is a brass weighted platter, which adds a bit of sophistication and is complemented nicely by the gold limited edition serial number also found on the turntable. And the limited edition is an SL model through and through, thanks in part to its use of a coreless direct drive motor. Now, this is a high torque direct drive motor that is responsible for quick start and stop times, as well as precision speed changes between 33 1/3, 45, and even 78 RPM. And because it's direct drive, it doesn't rely on belts that are going to wear out and need to be replaced over time, which speaks heavily to the SL's longevity. And for those of you who like to make manual adjustments, this particular model even enables you to make minor adjustments to the torque as well as braking system. Now, one of the Achilles heels of any turntable system, be it belt-driven or direct drive, is vibration. And one of the ways that the 1210GAE tamps down on vibrations is through the use of its heavy brass platter. And when I say heavy, this thing is heavy. And it does a remarkable job cutting down on resonances thanks to its construction, where it uses kind of a sandwich type situation where it's brass, rubber, and then solid aluminum. And each platter is carefully and meticulously balanced at the factory before being shipped out to customers. No SL turntable would be complete without Technics' iconic high sensitivity S-shaped tone arm. Thankfully, the 1210GAE has one. It is finished in black, which is minimal yet sophisticated, and I absolutely love it. Now, it does have Technics' removable head shell, and this is a very big thing as it enables you to change between cartridges easily and effectively. Now, why would you want to switch the cartridge out on your turntable? Well, not all cartridges sound the best with all types of music, and some records require specialty cartridges such as those that are 78 shellacs or those that are recorded in mono. So being able to switch the cartridge out easily and effectively in a matter of seconds means more listening to music and less time fidgeting with your equipment. And speaking of cartridges, it should be noted that the 1210GAE does ship with a wide variety of counterweights, enabling you to fit the widest range of cartridges to this particular turntable. A couple of other things that Technics wants you to know. The GAE features high quality phono outputs and ground terminals milled from brass. This helps reduce noise. To minimize vibration, the GAE sits atop 4 high dampened silicone insulated feet borrowed from the SL-1000R reference turntable. And these all support a 4-layer cabinet, which is a combination of 10mm thick aluminum and composite materials, all of which have been designed specifically to reduce resonance. So when Technics reached out to us in order to do this product walkthrough of their new limited edition SL turntable, I thought we could take things a step further and request that we build an entire Technics system from start to finish. And seeing as how this isn't a review, why not have a bit of fun? And so that is what we did. We started with their G90 tower loudspeakers and connected that to our stereo integrated reference amp, the SU-G700, which we've reviewed on this channel already, and I will link to down in the description below. And we didn't want to focus on digital. We wanted to keep it all about the turntable. So obviously we used the SL-1210GAE. And I have to tell you, I know back in the day, building a system within a single brand was common. It's just not really done anymore as brands have started to really kind of ultra specialize. but the system synergy here in what is known as Technics Grand Class system is amazing. It's absolutely amazing. And I don't want this to be about that, and I want to stay focused on the turntable, but the Grand Class system really does make a pretty strong argument for why you may just want to look at an all-in-one solution from a single brand like Technics, because through this system, I got a true sense of not only what the system synergy within Technics is all about, but what the limited edition turntable really is capable of. Now, it should be noted that the SL-1210GAE does not ship with a cartridge pre-installed, but Technics was kind enough to lend me a couple with which to play with. The first being the Ortophon 2M Black, which makes for a great aesthetic match as well as sonic one with the limited edition here. Now, they also lent me a couple of other ones, a mono cartridge in the form of the 2M White, as well as a 78 Special. But I did the bulk of the listening using the 2M Black, and if you're not familiar with this cartridge, it's fantastic in its own right. Through the Grand Class system, vinyl playback rivaled some of the best high-res digital audio playback that I have ever heard. And so I reached for one of my favorite records, Michael Jackson's Dangerous, and on this turntable, through this system, that album sounded as good, if not better, than the high-res digital files of the same album that I also have. And I wasn't expecting that because I've never really heard analog playback rival digital. I've heard things come close, and I've heard analog sound good in its own right. But I've never, ever looked at an analog recording and gone, that is demonstrably different and better to me than the high-res digital alternative. And yet, I've never heard Michael Jackson's Dangerous sound this good anywhere before. But again, it's not a review. So I know some of you are wondering, well, earlier on this channel, we did review the SL-1500C from Technics, and you're probably asking yourself, how does that compare to the SL-1210GAE? And I have to tell you, it doesn't. Obviously, there is some shared lineage here. That being said, in just the fit and finish department, the 1210GAE is miles ahead of the 1500C. The use of aluminum, the brushed finish, the black on black tone, it just goes a long way in not only dressing up what is an otherwise already good-looking turntable, but you feel it. You feel it in the tactile quality. Even down to the button presses themselves feel more substantial with the limited edition turntable than compared to the far less expensive 1500C. Now, I'm not trying to take anything away from the 1500C, but for those of you who may be thinking that they're one in the same, I can assure you that they are not. But for those of you who may be in the market for a 1500C and have the budget to stretch it, I am going to say that the build quality and materials used in the 1210GAE are substantially better. So how would I summarize Technics SL-1210GAE 55th Anniversary Limited Edition Turntable? Well, by borrowing a line from Ferris Bueller. It is so choice, and if you have the means, I highly recommend picking one up. While it is only limited to 1,000 units worldwide and carries with it a price tag just under $4,000, I absolutely think the limited edition turntable from Technics is worth every penny. And if you can pair it with electronics like Technics' own Grand Class system, you will be in the possession of a 2-channel audio system that ranks with some of the best in the world. So that's it. That is our look at the Technics SL-1210GAE limited edition turntable. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, like, and subscribe. Ring the bell so you're notified. Be sure to follow me on Instagram at Recovering Audiophile. And remember, the only person that has to like the sound of your system is you. So thank you all so much for watching. Thank you to Technics for sponsoring this video, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.